started. Well, welcome to our practice. We will start, well, let's start seated since I know you guys are seated and the folks at home are seated. We will find an easy crisscross position, or if that doesn't feel too great for your knees today, you could make any adjustments that do feel good for your legs. Close your eyes. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing our pelvis right underneath our shoulders and our head on top of our shoulders. You can have our hands facing up or down towards the earth. Start to soften through the jaw as you breathe in. Soften the throat to let the air go in easily. Entering the lungs, exhaling, letting it all out. Letting go completely of your day, bringing your awareness within to your breath, to all of the sensations that go on whilst we have our yoga practice. Bringing our left hand down to the mat. Let's reach up on our right hand. You can slide your left hand as far as you want. Let's check in with how that feels. Inhale up and all the way over to the other side. Flowing side to side. Inhale as you float up. Exhale as you tip over. Matching our movements to our breath. Moving at our own pace. Think of that spine lengthening and then gently bending over to one side. Releasing any feelings of competition today, of judgments or expectation. One more flowing side flexion. And we'll move into just our regular seated mountain. Inhale, sweeping our arms up. Exhale, bringing the hands back towards the earth. Flowing through this. If it feels nice for you, touching your thumbs together at the top. Checking in with your core. Engaging our core whenever we lift our hands up above our head to protect our back. One more. And we'll start our twists. Left hand over to the right knee. We'll twist over to one side. Inhale, open either wide or reaching up. And all the way over to the other side. Flowing side to side with your breath. A nice long spine again. Some balance practice tonight. More of these. We'll meet back in just our seated mountain pose. Bring our right hand over across to our left knee and reach our left arm up. Actively reaching, and if it feels okay, we'll bring our right shoulder towards our right knee and extend long. Feel that nice stretch, creating space on the left side of your ribs. Bringing it up, and the left hand over to the right knee, our right hand going up, and then bringing the left shoulder towards your left knee. Finding that openness across the right side of our body. Amazing. Bring it back, hands come back behind us. Let's open across our chest. Stretch, create some space around our heart. If it feels okay, we can bow forward, either keeping your hands behind you or bringing your hands in front of you. We'll bring it up, place the hands on the mat behind us, take our knees apart and flow through our little deer pose to warm our hips. Side to side. Should feel nice on your back side. Each time we come through, pressing and opening up the chest. See how our hips are feeling tonight. We're holding it over to one side, so trying not to collapse down and opening up across the heart. all the way to the other side. You can adjust your hands however you need to. Softening our jaws. Let's bring it back and make our way to all fours for our cat and our cow. So if you are taking care of your wrist, we'll want to put our fists for our wrists. If you're taking care of your knees, maybe right up into downward dog. Let's start to flow through cat and cow. Exhaling cat, inhaling into cow. Flowing one vertebrae at a time. Continuing to move with your own breath. Let's hold a tabletop position. So draw the navel to our spine, lengthen through our neck. And if it feels nice tonight, turning our fingers towards our knees, stretching our forearms. Check in with how that feels for you. If it does not feel nice, making adjustments to feel nice. Place the fingertips back. And moving through our spinal balance, reaching our right arm forward, our left foot back, flowing through. So coming to all fours and then moving to the other side. Take your time, extending, lengthening, and finding a nice, strong, stable base again. Close our eyes if that feels good. Feel the sides of your spine moving, stretching. Feel your core staying strong. Our torso stable. One more. And on this next one, when our left foot is reaching back, we'll put the toes down on the mat, put the right hand back underneath our shoulder, and reach back into that heel, stretching our calf. Nice to have not a super tight calf to help us with those icy roads. And then the other side, reaching through the opposite heel, while the head is reaching in the opposite direction. Okay, left foot will kickstand out to the side. We're coming into a side plank. A little flow for our obliques today. Let's reach our left hand. It's now long, reaching up towards me. And you can lift up. I'm sorry, that would be your right hand. And now we'll bring our knee to our elbow. Some flows for our obliques. Exhaling and inhaling. Feel the length in between each one as you reach, and the strength as you draw your lower rib towards your hip. Last one. Put the right foot back down onto the mat, lift up into gate pose, and bring the right hand towards whichever hand you have up towards your leg without pressing on our knee. You can slide your foot either onto the mat or turn your toe up and reach a little longer. See how that checks in for you today. All right, bring it back to all fours, and you'll just take your other foot out, and we'll move into our side plank on the other side. Let's just walk this hand over. We'll move into that side plank. As long as you're on the other side, so you can hold here or lift and do your oblique crunches. Looking towards about 10 on that side as you breathe. coming up into our gate pose with that foot going down onto the mat. Feels good too. I'm going to do the same side, actually. We'll turn our toe up and then reach long. Being nice to our knee, making sure it's not pressing on it in any way. Back to all fours. We'll bring our hands to face the front of the room now, and we'll sit back to child's pose or downward dog. So check in with what feels best for you in this moment. Take this time to breathe, to listen to your body, to feel and connect to the earth beneath your body, to the air entering your lungs. We can stay in our child's pose as long as we want to today. We'll move into a kneeling plank, lifting up our feet. So shifting more to the front of our knees, not just right on our kneecaps. My feet dirty? Oh, no, they're good. And then slowly lowering down to our bellies. The feet now go down onto the mat. We'll slide our elbows forward, forearms on the mat, come up into a sphinx. Breathe, holding here for a few breaths. Think of pressing the earth down, rising through the crown, drawing the shoulder blades together a little. We'll slide the hands back under, press up, and back to child's pose. And again, this time just flowing through. Inhale forward, you can lift the feet. Exhale, slowly lowering, Sphinx pose, hands come forward. Back down, hands slide under. We press up and back to child's pose. Let's do it again. Inhale forward. Exhale, slowly lower. Core is nice and strong. Slide those elbows forward. Lift up into Sphinx. Back to the belly. Slide the hands under. Come up and back to child's pose. We can stay in child's pose tonight or move up into downward facing dog. If that feels nice for you, inhale to all fours and then exhales up into downward dog, starting with the pedal of our feet, adding in anything that feels good right now. Turning the creases of our elbows slightly towards the front of our mat. Check in with our shoulders. Hold here. Or let's flow into a full or a kneeling plank. Looking in between our hands or slightly in front. Our quadriceps are nice and strong on our knees. And back to downward dog or all fours for child's pose. This time to our plank and slowly lowering on an exhale right to our bellies for some Superman. Flows. Let's reach our arms long. Lift our kneecaps up and up and down. Small movements, strengthening our backs today and every day. A little bit more space between your feet if you want to be into more of a Superman flow. Well, let's hold it up. Actively still lengthening through our hands, our head strong, our gaze towards the floor. Bring our feet down, bring our hands under our shoulders, push up and back to child's pose. Take your time, find that space across the lower back. It can feel nice to massage your forehead here, restful. Child's pose is a nice pose for anxiety. Let's look up at our hands. We'll inhale to all fours. Exhale to downward facing dog. Taking our left foot up between the hands. Take your time. And we rise up into a lunge. And let's open up our arms and reach them back. This is the starting of our sunbird. If you want to, you could look up. Now we'll step to chair as we bring our hands back in front of us. And then the other foot steps back. We open up. Ooh, step back to chair. Let's flow through sunbird as part of our warm up today. Stepping back on an inhale, or you can step to mountain if your quadriceps are feeling it. You can close your eyes as well. Just reach back for your mat with your foot. It's back there. Trust it. So we're widening across our chest, opening our wings. Slide. Back heel is high. If you need a little more balance, drop that heel down. Good job. Stepping to our chair pose on the next one on an exhale. Hands will come to our hearts. We'll relax the shoulders down. We'll shift the weight into both of our feet. Amazing. Find the core. Exhaling, forward fold. Let the neck be heavy. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling to chair pose. Inhaling to halfway lift. Exhaling to chair pose. A few more of those, so not quite into our forward fold. We're keeping that relatively straight back, just bending and straightening our legs. Last one. Now we will exhale to our forward fold, let the head hang. We bring our hands back behind our calves, gives our calves a little bit of love. Check in with the knees, with the hamstrings. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale to chair and flow through our chair. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sit back. Closing your eyes. Just moving through your flowing chair. You can add on some different arms if that feels better, like reaching forward or keeping those hands at your heart. One more flow through our chair and we'll hold our chair again. Taking the left foot back, we'll turn the heel down. Let's move into our sunflower. So straightening out our legs slightly at first. And start to move through our sunflower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend our elbows and moving through our sunflower. Our knees bending. Check in with how our feet are feeling as they anchor to the earth. Find your breath and then match your movements to your breath tonight. Last one. We'll turn this into a sunflower. So now we start to hinge towards the mat. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hinge, but bend our knees. All on your own. Got about 10 more of those. Awesome. Last one, stepping back up to the tops of our mat. We'll take a breath in, reach up, extended mountain. Grabbing our right hand, creating some space in our wrist, but feels nice tipping over. If you're taking care of your neck or your shoulder here, just hold your head with your hand instead. Soften our knees. Let's bring that arm back and around in front and then across the body. Stretch our shoulder. Might squish the microphone, but that's okay. If you want to, you can look down the right shoulder. Open up, spreading across our wings. We'll grab our left hand up top, create some space, tip over. Breathe. Let go of your day, any lists that need to get done or checked off. This is your time to quiet your mind. We'll bring the hand in front of us and then draw it across the body. And look down the opposite shoulder. Amazing job. All right, relax those shoulders back and down. Let's move on to our sun salutations. I'll be adding on the sunbird to our sun salutations today. So when we step back into our lunge, we'll be doing our sunbird and then flowing to downward facing dog. Turn a different song on. We'll see what we get. Come on up to the tops. All right, find some space between our feet. Close our eyes. And remember that mountain pose. It's a pose. It's part of our sun salutations. We engage our core here and we feel the strength of our legs, the earth beneath our feet. And breathe in, sweep up. Exhale, dive and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Folding, breathing out. Bending our knees, right foot back, rising to sunbird. Inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Holding here in child's pose or down dog, or we'll flow. Inhale forward, halfway or all the way down. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and back to downward dog or child's pose. Bringing the left foot up between the hands, take your time. Rise up to your sunbird. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hold again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale into chair pose. Back up, breathe in. Exhale to a nice, strong, stable mountain pose. And again, inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive. Lengthen the spine. Halfway lift. Hold again. Left foot back. A big sunbird, widening our chest, strengthening our back. Downward facing dog. Staying here and holding or flowing plank. Holding plank or flowing down. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog. The right foot up between the hands. Take your time. Find your sunbird or a regular lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Inhale, sweep up, pressing into both of our feet. Finding our chair. Back up. Mountain pose. And again, my friends, we've got about 6 of these tonight. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive. Halfway up. Fold. Right foot back, sunbird. Downward dog or resting in child's pose. Flowing halfway, all the way down, up dog or cobra. Back to down dog or child's pose, left foot up between the hands. Find your sunbird. Exhale to forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold again. Sweep all the way up. Exhale to chair. Back up, breathe in. Don't forget about that core. Exhale to mountain. Relax the shoulders. Again, inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive and fold. Halfway up. And fold. Left foot back. Find your lunge or your sunbird. Downward dog. Holding or flowing. Right foot up between the hands. Find your sunbird. And fold. Halfway lift. Fold again. Amazing job. All the way up. Press into the feet. Chair pose. Sweeping arms back up. Sitting or holding our mountain pose. 2 more. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive. We'll be pretty quiet for these ones. Right foot. Left foot up. Take your time. No rush. We've got 1 more. So just flow on your own. Do your own thing. We're staying with what we've been doing. Holding or flowing. Choose whatever foot you want to bring it back up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Or wherever you are. I know I said do your own thing. Then I start bossing you around again. Meet in chair or mountain pose. Good job. Roll those shoulders back and down. If you love sun salutations, I'm pretty sure the Healing Loft has 108 of them tomorrow night. Are you going, Ange? Good luck, girl. Let us know how it goes. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's move on with our practice tonight. Some balance. Bringing our right foot up. We'll move right into our pigeon pose. Bring it across and bend our left knee. Lengthening through our chest. You can choose where you maybe want to have these hands today. They could continue to be at our heart center. You could reach them out or up. You could hold on to someone if you're doing a partner pose. For this one, you might want to face each other and hold hands. We'll come up a little bit and try to bring that foot closer up into our leg, into our thigh. There. Holding onto that or bending again, really slightly. Release. Take the sole of that foot, so right into tree pose, rise up. Check in while we root down into the earth and then lengthen up the sides of our body. Holding, breathing, feeling. Bringing. Let's bring that knee around and sweep it back into Warrior 3. Take care, maybe you're taking care of that back, your hands are at our heart, or even tapping the toe down, the back toe. Forward fold, exhale, take your time. Just notice how you're doing. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step or jump back to Chaturanga or plank. Holding our plank pose. Breathe. Check in with your elbows tonight. the creases of our elbows slightly towards the front of our mat. We're making sure to anchor into all of our fingers. Amazing. Downward facing dog. Lift those hips up. Looking up between the hands. Let's bring our left foot up between the hands. Our back heel goes down and we'll rise up into our warrior two. Sorry guys, wrong foot. I gave you the right foot, I did the wrong foot. Into our warrior two pose. Soften through the shoulders, press into our feet. Feeling the strength of our inner thighs. If we want to draw our legs together, but they can't quite, they're glued to our mat. Left elbow to left knee. So moving into extended side angle. Your right arm reaching towards me or reaching both of your arms towards me. Extended side angle. Breathe. Moving into triangle pose, straightening out our left leg, left hand down onto the inside of that thigh or quad calf. Choosing to keep that top arm up, or you can tuck it back behind you, whatever feels nice for you. Balancing half moon, taking the weight onto the front foot. Let's lift the back foot. Have fun with your practice. Staying there for about 5 breaths and then forward folding. Take your time. Halfway lift, breathing in. Breathing out, fold again, let the head hang. Let the head we'll rise all the way up, inhale. We'll take our hands to our heart. We'll flex our left foot, bend our left knee, and come into our pigeon pose on this side. So our pelvis is nice and strong as we sit back. Choose our hands to stay at our heart, to reach forward, or to reach up. Breathe. Straighten out our right leg and draw this left foot up a little bit more. No bend this time. Just reaching this knee towards the mat. If I get it there, we'll work on that next year. All right, left foot goes to the inside of your right calf or somewhere along your leg. Rise up, growing up. The peak of our head could be our tree. If you wanted to do Christmas tree, your hands would be out wide, like so. There's Christmas tree. Wednesday's classes will be all Christmas poses. Rise it up. All right, take that knee in front and then take the foot back into our warrior three. Hinging at our hip. Our pelvis is most likely facing towards the mat. And it's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall out of it. That's the fun, the practice, the progression. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. then stepping or jumping back to plank or Chaturanga. We'll move to our belly or Chaturanga wherever we are. Back up to our plank or we're kneeling, and downward facing dog. Looking up between the hands, this time bringing the right foot up between the hands. Left heel down, we'll sweep that left hand up into our warrior two on the other side. Make the adjustments with your legs to feel good. Soften through the shoulders. Actively reach. Lengthen through the spine. Continuing to breathe, checking in if the mind wanders, draw it back. Sinking down further, if that feels nice for us, still pressing into both feet, and then moving into side angle, reaching your left arm long towards me, either your right elbow on your thigh or both hands reaching long, while we still anchor into both of our feet. Let's come back up to warrior two. Straighten out our right leg. Open our palms, reach forward with the right hand and hinge down to triangle pose. Making any adjustments you need to feel good. Balancing half moon, so now the weight's going to go onto your front foot. You'll lift your back foot up. You're skating, if you can skate. Forward fold, exhale. Feel that wonderful head reaching towards the earth. Hop, step, or jump back to plank pose. Amazing job. Check in with our elbows again. Back to downward dog. And if you'd like to today, trying our downward dog with cup hands. So we've got our fingertips for a down dog, or no fingertips. Just hold your down dog if that doesn't feel good. Wonderful. Inhale to all fours. Exhale to child's pose. As much space as you'd like to have for your body tonight. Gazing up between our hands, let's clasp them together. Tuck our bottom pinky under, lift up so our hips come on top of our knees. This is where we can stay or move up into Dolphin Pose. Tucking the toes onto the mat, lifting the hips. You can cradle your head with your hands if that feels better, or your head is hanging out here in space, no weight on our head. Choosing to walk your feet as close as you want to your elbows until you can lift a toe or two. If shoulder stand is part of your practice or forearm stand, then you would lift both of your feet up. But that might be another pose for next year that we can work towards 2022. Walk back to our forearm plank, take your time. can unclasp our hands now. Breathe. Feel. Connect to the earth. We'll come down to our bellies. Amazing. And then move up into a locust pose with our arms reaching forward. And we'll have that option to reach them back as well. So we can start with just the cup hands, lifting our chest up, or our kneecaps as well. Can stay with that. Or bring our hands out to the sides. Lift a little higher. Like to reach them back, you can for about 5 breaths. Lengthening our neck, maybe looking down at the mat. We'll take a rest before we come back up. So let's bring our hands in front of us. Create a little triangle for your forehead. You can rock your hips side to side. Some tension there. Good job, everybody. You can rest here if you feel like having a little rest, so we'll move back up, lifting our kneecaps up first. You can stay there or then lift the chest and reach our hands back, clasping them together for our locust with some chest expression. Breathe. Strengthening our back, stretching across our chest. We'll release the hands, place them under our shoulders, press up and right back to child's pose. Find some space in the lower back. It feels good. We can reach our hands back to our heels. Feel your body melt down into your hands. So let's make our way to a seated position. So coming forward, then we'll bring our feet all the way around. So grab a drink if you've got one handy. All right, boat pose. We're going to hang out in our boat today to strengthen our backs up. Let's bring our hands back behind our heads and then draw our shoulder blades together. So actively keeping our back engaged and then leaning back, engaging the core. Staying there. We're lifting a foot or two. Breathe. Lots going on in our boat pose with active back work. Trying to find an easy breath. Feet go down, hands go down. We rise up into our bridge, our tabletop, pressing into our feet, our hands. If this doesn't feel nice for your wrist, you can move back onto your shoulder blades. All 10 toes, both heels. And slowly lower the back side down. Let's take the feet forward. Bend our left knee. And reach our chest towards our right thigh. Single leg forward fold. Walking those hands up towards our knee and switching the sides. You want to help that knee in, extension, bend the other knee, bring it somewhere on the inside of that thigh. Hinge at our hips and reach the chest forward. Feel your breath in your body. Drawing your chest forward. Work, everybody. Walk it on up. We're going to move into hollow man. So we go all the way down. Well, not all the way down. We're just hollowing out our body so the lower back's down. We create like a little, serving platter, I guess, kind of. If you want to, we'll open everything up. Bring it back. A few more times. Open it up. Bring it back. Still breathing. I don't know. I'm not really breathing. When you're ready, just lay right back onto your backs. We'll move into a bridge pose. So draw the feet in towards the back side. We go a little bit closer today to our backside. Lift right on up. With an option today to lift up a foot and place it towards the sky. Or you could just be lifting that heel up instead of lifting the whole foot. Switch feet if you are doing that. You can have your hands clasped underneath if that feels better. Strong back muscles, glutes. And release the hips down onto the mat. Draw the knees into chest, take a nice juicy rock side to side. Massage your lower back down. We'll extend our right foot long onto the mat and keep the left knee into the chest for a back stretch. Being nice to our neck, our head is still down on our mats. And now extending that left heel up to the sky for a hamstring stretch. You can massage the back of your leg here if that feels nice, or bend your opposite knee if it feels better. You can reach for the back of your ankle or your left fingers for your big toe. Breathe. Couple more breaths. Wonderful. Let's extend that leg long down our mat. Draw the right leg in for our back stretch here on this side. There for a few breaths. About 10. See if you can really find 10 breaths. And then moving on to our hamstring stretch, reaching that heel up towards the sky. You can have your opposite leg either extended or bent. Check in with the back of your leg, give yourself a massage if that feels okay. Amazing job, everybody. It's gentle practice tonight. Let's move into supine butterfly. The soles of our feet come together. And we let our knees move to the sides, out to the sides of our mat. So if this doesn't feel good, you could do the opposite of this, where the knees are together at the top and the feet are walking out towards the edges of your mat. We can stay in our supine butterfly tonight for our relaxation, or you could put a block or blankets underneath your knees, or you can move into your regular form of Shavasana, whatever that may be for your body. Make the adjustments that feel good for you. Take your time settling in. Release tension and invite relaxation in with open arms. Releasing tension and inviting in relaxation. Release the fear of stillness to yield to courage. Release resistance to find some freedom. And releasing busyness tonight to encourage healing. We have a few moments left to just be here in the now. slowly become fully back into present. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new energy into your being. May you walk gently through the world and know its beauty all the days of your life. Take a moment to start to notice the light of the room. You can allow your eyes to open. Taking in a few more breaths, letting go of any resistance to let in new things. Wiggling our fingers, our toes, moving our hands around, our ankles, our hips, any movements to awaken up your body until you're ready to take a breath or two on your side. And roll over, and making our way up to an easy seated position. Relaxing our shoulders down from our ears. Let's take a big breath in, filling up today with balance. Bringing the hands to our heart. A few more breaths just like that. So trying to find some balance today between the things we can control and the things that we cannot. One more big breath. If it feels nice to you, we'll bow towards the earth. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your Monday night, wherever it may take you. It's only 7:30, lots of maybe just your pajamas. That's basically where I'm going. Yeah. Bye, guys. Have a good night.